Hello, I'm Brian Amthor from Amthor International. Today we're going to be showing you a video on our Amthor International refined fuel tanks. The most important thing is the chassis. How to spec the chassis to make sure it doesn't give you problems down the road. The number one thing is, being a single axle truck, you want the chassis to have a gross vehicle weight, or GVW, of 33,000 pounds. Amthor recommends you have a 10,000 pound front axle with a 23,000 pound rear axle. Regarding the chassis transmission, we recommend the Allison Automatic 3000 Series RDS. But make sure it has a PTO provision, because obviously we need a PTO to run the pump system. In addition to the chassis, as far as chrome bumpers, chrome mirrors, sun visor, that's all up to you, the customer or the dealer, or what they want to put on the truck. But what's also important is you have 120,000 PSI single frame and your exhaust. The key thing is your exhaust. We recommend to have your exhaust tucked in underneath the cab with a vertical stack behind the cab. Two additional options on your chassis that are favorable to many customers are an engine block heater and differential lock. Now let's talk about the tank itself. What really sets the Amthor International apart from the competition? Well, we feel it's a lot of the component parts that we put on our tanks to make the drivers and the end users' job a lot easier. Let's start with this. First, on a single axle tank, standard floor thickness is 1/4 inch, or 0.250, which we have here. Amthor International is the only tank manufacturer in North America that offers a 5/16 or 0.313 floor available on our single axle tanks for a minimal charge. By increasing your floor thickness to 5/16 or 0.313, your warranty now goes from 5 years to 7 years, which nobody else offers in the industry. On a single axle truck, there are 3 cassette tie downs per side. Your front tie down is spring loaded. The reason why the front tie down is spring loaded, it allows the tank to go up and down when going down the road with a full load. Your middle tie down is just a standard tie down, and your rear tie down is installed in what they call an ICC bracket, which doesn't allow the tank to shift forward and backwards. The reason why we go with a Y-shaped style tie down, because of the arms here, it allows you to grab and weld onto a larger area of the tank, therefore giving you a stronger hold when bolting it down to the chassis frame. Inside the tank, you have baffles and you have bulkheads. Bulkheads are solid tank heads that separate each compartment. Baffles are the internal strength for each compartment that gives it its muscle. In the baffle, you have cutouts, and one major cutout is the center cutout for product flow. But with every baffle, each of those cutouts is offset. So by going down the road, if you slam on your brakes, you're not going to the product in the tank is not actually going to push the chassis because the holes are offset with each other. When speccing out our single axle fuel oil delivery trucks, we always recommend that the customer add hot work, whether they need it or not. The reason why is because down the line, where the customer gets their fuel, the rack, which is currently probably not top loading, eventually goes to bottom loading, you're going to have to modify your truck. So by having the hot work system, which is a rear vapor stub under the canopy, or a manifold, this happens to be a 2-compartment manifold because it's a 2-compartment tank, the customer's already halfway there. So now when you want to add the bottom loading system, the cost is a lot less than it would be if you didn't have the system on here. Under the rear canopy is where the driver works. If it's raining or it's snowing, especially if it's raining, you want to have a really thick rain gutter. A lot of times the competition just puts a little piece of pipe over here to cover the edges of the material. We actually went out and designed an extrusion. It's a thick inch rain gutter, just like this. When it rains, it comes down both ways. If you get under a strong rainstorm, the way the competition has their tank designed, the rain would come down and go right on the driver. So we feel this is an important feature for the end user. If they are working out in the rain, they don't get wet when working underneath the canopy. Next is our full-way roller rack system. So as you can see, all 4 rollers are there, but behind the rollers is pipe. So since the rollers are a wearable item on a tank, if you're delivering in the middle of winter and one of your hose rollers happens to break and you don't have time to get it fixed, you have pipe to back it up. So when you're delivering and pulling the hose, it's a lot easier to pull around the pipe. The competition uses angle, aluminum angle. Another one of our castings is our automatic hose reel rewind button, which is one on each side. The reason why this is casted is because in the wintertime, when it gets cold and it's snow and it gets rain, this won't crack. We got a rear meter box, which is our meter boxes have a steel base with aluminum top, and in the meter box, obviously you install your meter, which pretty much they all face out the curved side of the tank as you see here. For driver convenience in the rear meter box, we always install our compartment operators, your pump pressure operator, and of course your PTO operator. So for driver convenience, he's back here, he has the meter, he has his hose reel, and all his controls are right here. One of the biggest differentiation points of our tank is our rear bumper. As you can see here, this is a polished aluminum bumper. We also have it available in steel and stainless steel. Our bumper comes with a lifetime warranty, or as long as you own the truck. If you at all bend this bumper, we replace it at no additional charge. You will actually, if you get in an accident, bend your truck frame before you actually bend this bumper. All of our tank lighting is best LED with vapor-proof wiring. Now it's time to focus on the passenger side of the tank.
You idiot, don't you know the difference between the left and the right-hand side? What are you, from England? You're driving on the right-hand side? My tank is the best tank in the industry. We got the best gutter. Look at this head. Most solid head in the industry. Made of 210 Z-stipping. It's proven over 40 years it's been on the road. Let's go around the left front side or the rear. Ladders are available in the front or the rear. This is the heaviest duty step in the industry. It's a full 4 inches wide with drain holes into it. There's no one in the industry has anything even close. Now we're going to go to the electrical system. This is the most sophisticated electrical system in the industry. The aluminum casted box with an O-ring cover, leak proof. We have relays. We have our own fuse block here with push-in fuses instead of bullet-type fuses. Everything has got terminal strips onto it and everything. No one in the industry has anything even close. It's even got its own circuit breaker that carries the whole load. The whole electrical system on this truck can be operated with a flashlight battery.
Thanks for stopping by, Dad, and check out all the videos at www.amthorinternational.com or through all of our social media outlets at YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, or Facebook. See you soon.